Put the word coupe into the world's favorite online search engine and you'll find that it means a car with a solid roof, 2 doors and a sloping rear. Over the past few years, that definition has changed beyond recognition. Stick a fastback on anything and you can call it a coupe these days. That brings us to the GLC 43 Coupe, a twin-turbo V6 version of Merc's mid-sized SUV with added style apostrophe. It's good for 4.9 seconds 0-62 time, a figure that's identical to the regular GLC 43. In fact, the only thing that's reduced is boot capacity. There's around 200 liters less. Slip behind the wheel, and you'd be hard-pushed to notice the difference between this and the regular GLC unless you look in the mirror. While the dash and view down the bonnet is pretty much the same, rear visibility is seriously hampered by the sloping roof and high rear window. Start driving and you soon realize that the coupe feels rather different to the regular GLC. Where that strikes a good balance between ride quality and body control, the coupe is troubled by rough surfaces far more. In comfort mode, there's too much float and wallow over crests and compressions, while bumps and potholes still send a thump through the car. Inside, the interior looks great and all the controls are easy to find. The infotainment system is a little trickier to use than Audi's MMI or BMW's iDrive, but we still prefer it to a touchscreen. As for the back, space is predictably not quite as good, thanks to the sloping roof. The GLC 43 Coupe is most definitely a niche within a niche. Effectively, it's a big, practical SUV with much of the practicality taken out. Throw in an engine that tends to do around 27 miles per gallon even when driven with some restraint and numb handling, and it's tricky to recommend. Ultimately, you'd have to be completely smitten with how the GLC Coupe looks and want something with some pace to consider it. If you're just after a stylish SUV with entertaining handling, a Porsche can make significantly more sense.